Two cities, two worlds, Istanbul's golden embrace and Oxford's misty embrace. Sunlight, golden and thick, it poured over Istanbul. It painted the minarets, kissed the Bosphorus and turned ordinary buildings into shimmering palaces. Elif felt the warmth on her skin. It was a familiar embrace, comforting and ancient. Yet a chill lingered in her heart, a residue of the grey skies of Oxford. Cobblestones slick with rain, the scent of old books and damp stone in hushed libraries. Oxford was a whisper of history, a place of secrets whispered through centuries. Istanbul, on the other hand, was a symphony, a vibrant chaos of sound and scent, where the past and present danced arm in arm. But even in the heart of this vibrant city, Elif felt adrift. Two worlds pulled at her, leaving her caught between faith and doubt. A woman divided Elif and the tug-of-war within. Elif had always believed. Faith was woven into the fabric of her childhood, the call to prayer echoing through Istanbul's streets, her grandmother's stories of prophets and miracles. It had been a source of comfort, a guiding light. But Oxford had a way of making you question everything. Logic and reason had chipped away at her beliefs, leaving her with more questions than answers. Who was she? A woman of faith or a woman of reason? The two seemed irreconcilable, battling for dominance within her. Threads of friendship, shadows of betrayal, Layla's warmth and the sting of disloyalty. Layla was Istanbul personified, warm, vibrant, and full of life. Her laughter, like the tinkling bells of a passing street vendor, could chase away any darkness. She was Elif's confidant, her anchor to a world where faith was a given, not a question. But even Layla's unwavering belief couldn't erase the sting of betrayal that had driven Elif to seek solace in Oxford's cloistered walls. A betrayal that had shaken her faith, not just in God, but in everything she held dear. Whispers on the Bosphorus, solitude, seagulls, and searching for answers. The Bosphorus had a way of calming Elif's restless spirit. She would sit by its shores, the salty breeze tangling her hair, and watch the ferries crisscross the water. Seagulls cried overhead, their calls echoing the turmoil within her. Here, amidst the vastness of the sea and sky, she felt small, insignificant. Her problems, her doubts, seemed to shrink in comparison. But the questions remained, whispered on the wind, carried on the backs of the waves. They followed her everywhere. The memory surfaced unexpectedly, unwelcome as ever. A dinner party, the clinking of glasses, forced smiles. It had all seemed so normal, so mundane, until it wasn't. Words, sharp as shards of glass, had shattered the facade. Accusations, betrayals, truths long buried, unearthed with cruel precision. Elif had fled, seeking refuge in the cold embrace of a London winter, but the past, like a persistent shadow, had followed her. The faces around the dinner table swam before her eyes. People she had known her whole life, their features distorted through the lens of betrayal. Her own reflection in the polished silver of the cutlery mocked her. Who was this stranger staring back at her? The confident, faithful girl she thought she knew seemed lost, replaced by a woman grappling with doubt and disillusionment. Forgiveness felt like an insurmountable task. How could she forgive those who had hurt her so deeply? How could she forgive herself for allowing them to? The anger, the pain was a suffocating weight. She knew she couldn't move forward, carrying it with her. But letting go seemed impossible. It was a long, arduous journey, paved with tears and introspection. But with each passing day, the burden felt a little lighter. Elif realized that perhaps doubt wasn't the enemy of faith. Maybe it was simply a different path to the same destination, a path that acknowledged the complexities of life, the grey areas that existed between certainty and disbelief. She began to find solace in the unknown. in the mystery that lay at the heart of existence. Doubt, she discovered, could be a source of strength, a catalyst for growth. Standing at the cusp of a new dawn, Aylin looked out over Istanbul. The city was a tapestry woven from threads of faith and doubt, tradition and modernity, just like her own life. She had found her peace, not in the certainty of answers, but in the acceptance of the questions. She would carry the lessons of both Istanbul and Oxford within her, the warmth of the Golden Horn, the quiet wisdom of the Bodleian Library. For she was a woman of two worlds, a tapestry woven from faith and doubt, and in that duality she had found her truth.